Hello and welcome back to another installment of Let's Go for a Walk. Today we are going to be discussing how you can build better habits about dog training. So, it is now 2026, it's the new year, and we all have New Year's resolutions. If you're a dog owner, maybe your resolution is to create better dog training habits for you and your dog. Maybe there's something specific that you want to teach them. Maybe there's a lot of things that you want to teach them, or maybe you just want to give them some more enrichment and maybe try some new things. This video is going to tell you how you can easily do that without making a lot of changes in your current schedule. So we are all busy, especially these days when there's a lot of expectations for us as humans, and a lot of times we are working, we go home, and the last thing that we want to do is get our very enthusiastic, high-energy dog out who has been under-enriched all day to do training. The thing is that this is probably the most important thing that you can do with them. And if you have intentions of teaching your dog something new, or you are envisioning yourself at, an agility competition, you have to start somewhere. Getting to that point takes a lot of work, but it's not something that you have to do all in a year or 6 months. It's something that you build over time. So let's get into some things that you can do to start cultivating better dog training habits with your dog. Now, the first thing that you can do to make these dog training sessions easier, right, is don't plan to do a marathon session. If you wait to do your dog training until you've got 2 hours of free time, well, how often is that actually going to happen? The better thing to do is to remember that little and often creates the best results. If you're doing marathon sessions, your dog will burn out, and it will go from being able to do what it wants all the time to having to be under impulse control for like 2 hours, or running for 2 hours where it just doesn't have the physical stamina yet. So that will create negative associations with your training. You don't want to do that anyways. So just start with like 5-minute sessions, or take their food in the morning and at night, and use it for training. If you're trying to teach a trick, or trying to teach them how to do scent work, or, trying to teach a new obedience cue, take your food and just do several repetitions with the food and then call it. Your dog will leave wanting more, which is the most important thing. If you get past that point of no return with your dog where, you're training and they're really enthusiastic about it, girls, let's go. They're really enthusiastic about it. Well, that has a peak. And after they hit that peak, it all starts going downhill, usually very quickly. So quit while you're ahead, quit while your dog is still enjoying it. Keep your sessions short. That will be good for you, your schedule, and for your dog. The next point that I have is to make your dog training sessions as convenient as possible. Now, the book Atomic Habits talks about this a little bit, but I think it's really applicable for dog training. The less obstructions you have in the way of your sessions, the easier it will be to do. It should be as easy as possible to start training your dog. So put their leash and collar somewhere where you can get to very, very easily and where you'll be anyways. If you plan to train your dog in your living room, hang their leash and collar up in the living room, and then maybe have a shelf or something that your dog cannot reach with a Tupperware that has treats in it, right? And if they've got a mat, you're trying to do place training, or, anything else really, any other tools that you need, right? You're trying to teach them directionals with cones, put all that stuff right there. If you have your scent work kit, maybe you're storing it in the fridge or something so your dog isn't constantly smelling it, but try to have maybe a little fridge, like a mini fridge, very close to the spot where you will be training. That will make it so easy to just pull everything out and do your 3 to 5 minute session. Another thing that you can do is try to change your mindset about dog training, right? People have these really high expectations for themselves and for their dogs. They think that their dogs are some huge reflection on them. And if your dog is, has no obedience and is just constantly doing what they want to do, it seems like a long way to get to the point where you might have that like super obedient, well-mannered, calm dog that most people are looking for. Don't think of the end goal. Think of the tiny, tiny steps in between. If you like to keep track of your progress, keep a training journal. Honestly, I always recommend this to mostly everybody, but I understand that it can be hard to keep up with. But if you enjoy this kind of thing, keep a training journal. What did you work on? And what kind of progress did they make? If you are working on trying to fix your dog's separation anxiety issues, for instance, and you have made 2 more seconds of progress, right? Your dog has been calm for 2 more seconds. That is still progress. And progress is awesome. As long as you're making consistent progress, it does not matter how small it is. It will accumulate and amount to wonderful things. Okay, hang on while I try to get under this log. So celebrate your small victories as well. So for instance, if you're trying to teach your dog obedience and your dog can finally do a downstay from like 15 feet, celebrate. Go have like a fun hike with your dog, or do something that you actually like to do, right? Celebrate for your dog. Maybe have a play session with them afterwards. Actually, it's been proven in research that doing play sessions after training can help the dog remember what you've taught them. But you can also do things for yourself, right? Go get some ice cream or something. Celebrate these victories because you've put in the work and you're seeing the results. So I'm just going to stop there for today because honestly, I think that if you incorporate, this handful of things, it makes a massive difference. The last thing that I'm going to say is sometimes training sessions are very frustrating. Sometimes you've made a lot of progress and then all of a sudden it's like your dog has regressed, tenfold. That is so frustrating for people. And what can happen is you keep trying to push through it and it just makes everything worse. So if you start doing a training session and you are just not feeling it that day, or your dog is not feeling it, that is okay. Okay, if you're finding that this is happening all the time, that might mean that you have to adjust the way that you're doing your training. Maybe you need different reinforcement. There's a number of factors that can go into that. But if you're doing most of the things right and your dog is doing pretty good most of the time, it is normal to have off sessions. So if you're finding you're having an off session, just stop. Take a break that day. Life is a marathon, not a sprint. And that is so true when it comes to dog training. Thank you so much for tuning in and listening today. If you have any questions, please comment below. If you enjoyed what you listened to today, please like and subscribe to this channel. And go ahead and leave a comment. What helps you feel motivated to train your dog? All right. Thanks for listening. We'll see you soon.